So, got the Bambu fitted in my shelf, had to do some stuff. Plugged it in, it's done a calibration test, connected to the Wi-Fi, everything through the app, unbelievably simple. Just fitted the filament in the back, which is a little bit difficult in here because I can't actually get to it, so I'm going to have to sort a solution for that. And it's like, oh, there's an update for your firmware. And it's just doing it. It's just updating it. It told me on the app, in the progress as well. The camera works. The self-test did everything. Like, oh my god, I mean, this thing is like... I mean, going from that to this... It's like going from a... I don't know... Citroen Saxo to a bloody Ferrari. And this is the cheap version. I mean, this is the only thing that I think is going to be a pain. The operation of this. But, I mean, holy sh... It literally did a whole calibration. Sorry, this is very shiny. See everything in my room. It did a whole calibration. Which basically it vibrated back and forth. The bed and the print head. I guess to see the resonance of this cupboard. Now, this is a bit bouncy, to be honest. So I might have to do that again at some point after stiffening this cupboard up. But the light worked, the camera worked, it's updating its own firmware. I mean, oh, it's just so easy. It's just doing everything on its own. Literally everything. Connected it to the Wi-Fi, so it's linked to my phone. I can see the live feed from the camera on my phone. Like, oh, and I'm going to do a Banshee test in a minute. But so far, like, I just can't describe, really. Finished. Cannot describe how fantastic this is. So successfully updated, confirm. Auto sleep. Language calibration. I mean, just... So, the packaging, really well packaged. Everything's secure, everything's simple. The manual's straightforward. Tells you what to do, how to take everything apart. The screws to remove. There's 3 screws holding the bed down. Everything's super well thought out. This machine looks fantastic. The fact that it's just working, connected to the Wi-Fi, connected, download the app, create an account, linked to my Google, just done. Then it's connected and I'm seeing a live feed from on my phone of the camera in here. I couldn't believe it. I was like, this is clearly just a picture they've got while they're doing the calibration. I put my hand in there, very careful not to touch anything because I don't want to ruin the calibration. And like a second and a half later, shows up on my phone. And I was like, oh my god, it's a live feed. And I didn't do anything. I literally just followed a couple of steps. So, and then it literally, after doing that, it was like, oh, there's a firmware update. And it's just done it. I mean, can you ask for any more than that? So now, auto sleep. I mean, so far this navigation's not that bad. So I want to do a test print. So I think I have to load the filament in here. I don't know what that means. So how do I... This is the only thing. Let's go to feeding. Okay, so that's the temperature going up. It's flying around. Oh, mate. Wow, look at that. So, the temperature's jumping up. I would say that's faster. Quite a lot faster than my Prusa. I'm getting up to temperature. It's not doing the bed. Mate, that is crazy fast. Right, so it's just got the temperature now. So apparently it says it's loading the filament. It says done. Oh, might have. I mean, I can see it's most of the way in there. Okay, so what I'd managed to do was when I was pushing the filament in the back, this PTFE tube is in a rubber socket. You see it comes, the PTFE tube is one piece, goes through this rubber flex piece up here. And I pushed a bit too hard and pushed this PTFE tube through this rubber thing. So when it tried to feed the filament, it couldn't, it was just pushing the PTFE tube around. So I've pushed that back through now, all good. Loaded. You can probably just about see in there. It's squeezed that out, so we'll hit done. And it'll probably purge a little bit more. And then it'll do a wipe, and hopefully that takes it off because it's a little bit gunky at the moment. He's doing loads. Oh, he's doing loads. A problem. Okay, well that's not worked very well, is it? Oh, it has come off. Right, okay, so I'm back to here. Wonder if I can do wipe. So if I go back, should be able to go to the file. So let's hold that up a bit so you can see it, and do what we got then. I don't know what any of these are. Right, so I found the Banshee, I think, and it says just under 16 minutes. So let's try that. So what have we got then? So the nozzles, yeah, so it gets about up to 55, which is perfect. It says 26 minutes there to print. I do like the way they've got this on here, just in case you forgot. So already that is almost up to printing temperature. Already. Right. Okay. So it's got a little bit of stringing from the print. I would normally wipe that off, but we'll just see. Right, okay, so that time's now gone down to 21 minutes. It's probably because it was already up to temperature. Is it extruding? Yeah, it's doing another extrude. It's doing quite a lot of an extrude actually. I might have to change that in the settings. Apparently you can do that. Otherwise we're going to have loads of stuff at the back. My god, it's going for it. Yeah, that's a waste. A lot of waste. Okay, so that. Fucking, you know what? I don't want to put my hand in because it moves so fast. Bloody hell. That's terrifying. So it's doing you can see it shaking, it's doing a shake test. But so that right now the fan is blowing air out here across the top. It's good. PLA, it's just done a vibration test. It's doing a stop test, I guess. Make sure the nozzle's in the right place. Mate, that is fast. Holy Jesus. I have no idea what it's doing. This is the very first print. Come on. Come on, camera. I have no idea what it's doing. It doesn't look like it's printing, but it's doing something. So it's... Oh my god, that's fast. So for whatever reason, it's now dropped the temperature of the nozzle down to 140. So very, very low. So it's doing another check there. It's doing lots of checks. Oh, loads of checks. Back up a bit. Yeah, and it's doing vibration checks at different points, which will be quite bad on here because the shelf, like I said before, is a bit weak. So I don't know if this is because this is the first test that it's doing, because I mean it is doing a lot of checks, like an awful lot. I imagine this is because it's the first test. You can see how much that's shaking. Right, so this takes a little while on the first time, but it's doing like that's like 5. Yeah, it's doing 5 checks. In the width, or 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 checks, and then it's doing it like, yeah, and it's doing this sort of vibration check. My god, it's fast. Okay, right, so it's done its checks. It's now going up to temperature. Well, it's decided that that's hot enough. Done a purge. Bloody hell. Oh my god, are you serious? So this table's clearly not stable enough for this. Like, you can see how much this is wobbling in a minute. Not doing it now, but you can't really see it on, it's hard to see on screen. So, my god. So it's picked up a little bit of something there. It might be off the nozzle. That is, hopefully that'll smooth that down. Yeah, cool, that's sorted that out. Oh my goodness, that infill is silly. You just about see that. Oh my god, that was the, holy sh, that's the infill. Look at how fast that is. Wait. Oh my god. I'm speechless. I'm absolutely speechless. What? Okay, and so I will point out a couple of things I'm noticing here. Sorry, I can't get over that. I've seen it in videos. It is a completely different thing to see it in real life. But my god, is my shelf moving? Like, this shelf is absolutely not sturdy enough. I need to brace that because that's wobbling a lot, which will not help the 3D print quality. But yeah, so anyway, what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by this insane speed. So it's quite dark in here, so the camera's struggling a little bit to get a good focus. Let me zoom out a bit. So they are smart with what they're doing. There's lots of aspects of 3D prints that you have to know to get really the best out of your machine. So the Banshee here, which I'm printing, the overhang is right on the nose, or the bow of the boat, the pointy bit, in layman's terms. That is faced directly to this fan, which is down here, whirring away like crap, to get air to squeeze out through there and come across here. So they've positioned this Banshee in the best possible orientation to get the best print quality on the bow. So that's something to be aware of. If there's any areas of your print that you expect to have serious problems with cooling or overhangs or something, make sure it's facing towards the light or the fan blowing cold air across, because that will massively help. I mean, so far you can see that it is working beautifully. It is moving around an awful lot with this shelf. It's very far from ideal. Although it might actually help at certain frequencies. Right, so let's go up here. So it says you've got the temperature readout. I'm quite impressed with the temperature. Everything's very clear to see. That's the speed, I guess, 100%. I don't know if that's like max speed. I mean, a Banshee in 16 and a bit minutes or something, it's got to be pretty quick. So you've got a nice little indication on the bottom of how long you've got left to print. You've also got a time there, you've got your speeds, you've got your nozzle temperature and your bed temperature. Now, I don't want to mess around with this too much, but I guess you can probably go in and tweak certain stuff. I'm now going to go check the app and see, but like, I mean, my God, you probably can't see it through the phone, but the layers, oh, I mean, that's mental. I mean, that's actually insane. I'm sorry, I can't believe how fast that thing is. I just can't believe it. So we'll wait another 15 minutes for this to print. I'll take it off and have a look and give you guys a show, because right now I am in shock and capable of saying something stupid. I mean, that happens anyway, but you know. So there's a couple of other things I'll point out just before I pause the video. Focus, Lucas, focus. Oh my God, it's so quick. That's freaking insane. Oh, mate. So yeah, this must be 100% speed. Well, that slowed down a lot for that. Okay. Mate, I'm forgetting what I'm talking about. Have I? I might have actually. What was I saying? No, I think it's gone. Yeah. It's so fast that I've actually forgotten what I was saying completely. I'm gonna have to watch this a couple of times. Yeah, so I think this is on 100% speed. I mean, it says 100% speed, but I think that is the max, which would make sense because that is quite frankly ridiculous. I've got a bit of tape back there, the white bit that I haven't taken off, which I'll have to take off. That's what I was going to say. So I was going to say that it's quite loud. I'm going to leave that door slightly open because I've heard that you need to help it vent for PLA, which is PLA. Let me just shut this door, make sure there's nothing in the way. I mean, there is soundproofing on that door, but you can see there's huge gaps everywhere. You wouldn't, let's put it like this, you wouldn't want to sleep with this going, but this is flat out. I mean, I don't have any sort of decibel reader. Well, hopefully you can hear. That's not... If I was working, it's probably okay. If I had a bit of background music on, yeah, it'd be fine. But it's not quiet. Oh, that is on full speed with the door slightly open. Let's just shut it. A little bit better. Yeah. So it is not... It's not terrible, but it's not quiet by any stretch of the imagination. However, this level of... this level of detail and speed, you know, you can't expect it to be... Oh my god, you can't expect it to be silent. And in fairness, the loudest thing is probably the fans. The motors are a little bit loud, but they're not that bad. I absolutely cannot believe the speed of that. Oh my god. Let's just watch for a second. Oh my god. I don't think I'm going to get over that for a long time. That's... that level of speed. So you can see right there, there is a little bit of sagging. But that isn't the printer's fault, that's the design. That's a very, very shallow angle to try and print, mostly unsupported. You can see here there's a little bit of a change in... where's my big finger? Oh, my finger's too big. There's a bit of change in colour. That's probably just in the slicer. That can be adjusted quite easily. But the actual... I mean, I can't fully test it because I'm not, I can't spin it around yet until it's finished. But the actual bow looks amazing. The layer lines look amazing. And that's without even considering the speed. Even if you just say that that was printed at a nice slow speed. It would be a very clean print from this angle. I won't say too much until it's out, but that speed is just like, it's just like nothing else. I mean, you just have to be in front of one of these machines to fully appreciate it. Because, I mean, I used to put my hand in machines, you know, if there was a little bit of stringing or something off the nozzle, because they're quite slow. I would absolutely not put my hand in this thing, because the speed, I mean, it's almost, you wouldn't get out of the way in time, even if you were like reflexes like a freaking gazelle. It's just, I mean, you're probably getting bored of me saying this, and I don't want to be one of those bloody influencers on YouTube or Instagram who's like, oh my god, this is the fastest thing I've ever seen, it's amazing, and just brain dead. But I mean, just appreciate what I'm saying. I've been doing 3D printing for 9 years ish. I haven't had a huge amount of machines. I had an old Mark Forge back in the day, that was my first printer, and then I had an Ultimaker 2 extended, which was a bit of a disaster, to be honest. I tried to return the machine after 6 months because I did not like it. Wasn't happy with the print quality. Then I got Prusa, which has been fantastic. Loved it. So simple. Auto bed leveling. You know, if the power goes out, it remembers where it was and carries on. It's got crash detect. You know, it was like, again, a massive step up. You know, it's like a smart machine. But this thing is just, it's just like a, I mean, I'm not going to say Ferrari actually, because Ferraris are incredibly unreliable. But this is it's like a sports car. It looks fantastic. The build quality that I've seen so far is fantastic. Even the packaging was brilliant. The instructions have been simple. The automation, everything's done through the app, and it seems to be very flawless so far. And then the print quality on top of the actual speed, it's just breathtaking and unbelievable. It really truly is. I mean, you're seeing it, but just witnessing it. I mean, I'm going to be watching this for hours, like when I first got a printer. You know, it's like a fireplace, you just watch it for hours. And I will have to be careful of screws unloosening and things because of the speed of this thing, the vibration. But from the screws I've taken out, they've all had thread lock on them. So you know, and the actual frame's welded so it can't come apart. So they've really thought about this. I mean, look at that as well. There's absolutely zero stringing. I mean, there can't be. It's too fast. It's too fast to get string. You can't really see. I mean, no wonder it's got such a massive fan to do the cooling, because the speed. I mean, it might as well be a leaf blower. Just freaking fantastic. And then that, I mean, as well, that looks super clean. Right, anyway, I'm going to pause this and wait for it to finish, and then you can have a look when it's done. Right, it's finished. What does it say? Oh, it doesn't actually tell you the time. It's a bit of a shame, it'd be nice. Look at that baby. That looks incredible. I don't know how to do this. Oh, let's lift it off. Okay, cool. Oh god, let's not show you that. Okay. Wow. Right, okay, let's pop this off. Right, so this is it. It came straight off the build chamber. Build plate. The bottom layer, let's just get in a bit closer. There's a couple of little dots there. The heck is that? Yeah, there's a couple little gaps, but very minor. And look at that. I mean, it's a bit of that seam there is quite large. But I mean, yeah, something I was worried about was the top surface, which looks really nice. I'm trying to work out if that ridge in there is by design or not. I've not printed one of these Banshees before, but the detail even on there is really nice. Obviously there's that little bit of gunge there, but the layer accuracy is phenomenal. There's no sagging or drooping at all on that Banshee. On the bow, there's no stringing whatsoever. The top surface looks really nice. If anything, I would say it's a tiny bit over extruded. Oh, bloody hell. It's actually quite heavy. I was expecting it to be much lighter than that to get it to print fast. Right in there, can you see that? There's a couple of little tiny areas where it's not quite sealed the top layer. And then there's a tiny little bit of imperfection in there. But my goodness, that is a really clean print. Really clean. Even if you said that wasn't on blazing fast speed. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I cannot wait to do some of my own prints. I mean, proof's in the pudding, guys. Turns out people aren't wrong. The hype is real. I'll be doing many more of these videos. Enjoy.